Hey everyone, so I'm out on a brand new commission today with Aaron from South Coast Detecting. It's an 18th century manor house, built late 1600s and extended late 1700s, so who knows what we're going to find. Quick pan around. That's the field we're going to be looking at today. Quite a bit of space to cover. Aaron's got his Garrett Ace Apex to play with, brand new. So we'll see how it does on land.
Got the Vanquish to use a bit later on as well.
Absolutely, so we'll see how that goes. I'm on the Simplex. Ready? I'm Adam.
I'm Aaron.
These are our metal detectors. And that's an English country garden. Welcome to D-Tekt Sussex. Alright, so we're just getting our machines set up. I'm in park mode 1 today. That's the settings I've been using on my normal farm permission. Similar kind of ground, so I'll stick with that. I'm going to use sensitivity 1 off the top for now. See how that goes. If it's a little bit too chattery, we'll take it down. And if I'm not getting much, I'll take it up. Ground balance came out about 47, so that's a little bit lower than my usual permission. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, I'm using headphones today, so you won't hear many tones. Just because Aaron's here as well, I don't want to have a beep coming off my machine. He thinks it's off his. Great stuff. Let's get cracking. Okay, so I've got a first signal here. It's coming up early 70s, 71, 72. Not too deep by the look of it. Just about there. Let's give it a dig and see what it is. Okay, so here's that signal coming up, say late 60s, early 70s. Seems to be some sort of a pipe fitting. Yeah, some sort of pipe fitting. But the first signal came up very quickly, so I'm quite encouraged. Should be quite a few signals here. Cutilite. Yeah. You know what that's from? Let me know. Otherwise, onward. Okay, so second signal's coming up around at 68, 69, and it's this. It looks to me like a weight from a set of scales. Can't see any markings on it to say how heavy it should be. It's fairly heavy, it's probably lead. Fantastic. Check that out. Onward. Okay, so next signal coming up mid-50s, sort of 56, 57, round about there. 2 or 3 chevrons down, sort of jumping between them slightly. Okay, let's dig it up. Okay, there's Aaron over there in the distance. He's starting off with the Apex, so see how that gets on land. I think he's going to switch to the Vanquish a little bit later on. So here, that signal I just found in the mid-50s, just a little bit of tat, possibly a bit of scrap lead. Yeah, nothing exciting. Hey ho, on we go. Okay, so this signal's coming up fairly solid 25. It's just popped out and it's a coin. You can see it there. I haven't actually looked at it, I haven't identified it yet. I've just turned the camera on as soon as I spotted it. So let's have a look together and see what I've managed to pull out the ground. Oh wow, I think that's an old one. Elizabeth II, so probably mid 20th century. Looking at the head, it's a shilling. Oh wow! Oh, fantastic! I've never found one of these. 1963. Oh, I'm chuffed with that. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. That's amazing. Oh, count me as one happy Adam. Incredible. Okay, well there's the Queen's head. So what's that? Oops, dropped it. So 63, so that's, yeah, a little bit into a rain, but not too much. Quite early on. That's stunning. Oh, awesome. There we are, 1 shilling. Onward. Okay, next find. It was coming up sort of in the early 70s. It's some kind of a buckle. But I don't think it's sort of a buckle with a pin that goes through a strap. I think it's more sort of the strap would come through over and then back down. I'm sure there's a proper name for it, but you know, I'm not a buckle expert, but I'm not sure whether this section here is part of it or whether it's just corrosion. I think it might just be corrosion, and that should be just a bar going across the middle. But I know very little about this kind of thing, so if anyone out there knows more than I do, it shouldn't be too difficult about these things and think you might better date that for me, please drop it in the comments down below. That would be fantastic. Great stuff. Going well today. On we go. Okay, next find. It's coming up 18, 20, sort of tiggering between those 2 points. We have a very small bullet case. Look at that. Very, very small. I mean, probably a .22 or something like that. But if you know for sure, let me know. At least I think it's a bullet case. It looks like one. Just can't see a firing point on the back. Let me bring it up to my face just for a second. See if I can get a bit more detail off it. Oh, I'm not sure now. There's no firing plate on the bottom. Just that sort of emblem there. Anyone recognise that? Know what that's from? There's no firing plate, so it can't be a bullet. Maybe it's a toggle off of a strap or something. That was a bizarre one. Oh, there we are. Okay, coming up another one, around about 20. Another one of those sort of bullet things. Same emblem on the back, same notch on the bottom there. The casing's cracked a little bit. There it is. I don't know. You know, in all intents and purposes, it looks like a bullet casing, but with no firing plate and a logo on the back, I don't know. Oh, there we are. Another one. Okay, so next up is another bullet, sort of a bullet case, sort of a cap. Those other 2 bullets I found earlier were bullets. I showed them to Aaron and he knew straight away. Like this one, there's a they don't have a firing plate. There's a clip in the side. That little marking in the side that was on the other 2 is where the firing pin strikes them. So they're just from a small, probably a pistol or something. But there we are. That's coming up slightly lower than the others, about sort of 16, 17. So in my normal field I probably wouldn't dig that because that will probably come up as foil or something like that, but yeah, here it's a bullet case. Great stuff. On we go. Okay, so this was coming up about 68, 69. We have a ring of some description. That's a modern thing, I think. Yeah, there's a hinge there. Certainly seen better days though. Yeah, that hinge is very weak. It's not gonna. That's been bent, hasn't it? Yeah, that should be fairly straight. Should be like a spring clip, I think. Well, there we are. Let's get that away from the field. So we're seeing some evidence on this field of holes being dug before. They tend not to be very neat. They've been put back, but not very well. There's a signal there. Early 20s, I'll give it a dig in a second. Now we don't know from the owner whether they've let anyone dig on this land recently. So it may be perfectly legitimate, but judging by some of the things we've seen, it may well be people who are sneaking on the land without permission to dig, or night hawkers as they're known. So we will just mention it to the landowner before we leave, just in case there's been anything untoward going on. Obviously, having people like us here is good. We can spot things like that and let them know. But okay, let's have a look and see what this signal is. Come up early 20s. Let's have a dig and find out. Okay, got another bullet casing. So that was come up early 20s. Looks like similar to the ones I had at the start. Yeah, same logo on the bottom. Cool. On we go. Okay, so just stopping for a break. Aaron's just switching over to the Vanquish.
Indeed.
How did you find the Apex?
In this field, very noisy indeed. Towards the further end, or the furthest end, it started to calm down a little bit, and I tried it in different tones, different modes, like I went to 5 kilohertz from multi-frequency, but then when I discovered a target, it was saying it was okay in 5 kilohertz, and then you switch it to multi-frequency and it tells you that it's rubbish. So yeah, I just left it in multi-frequency. Found a few nice bits, the live bullet, plenty of bullet cases, a musket ball or pistol ball, and then one of those small bullet cases that you've had.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, I thought, I've been out a couple of hours now with the Apex, let's give the Vanquish a go and we'll see what we get with that.
Lovely stuff. Good luck. Okay, so I finished my lunch. Aaron's just over there with the Vanquish. And so we've covered pretty much from that hedgerow between us up to where Aaron is. So I've done the bottom sort of quarter, and then Aaron's done the rest up to where he is. I'm now going to head up to the top of the field up that way and start from that end and work my way back in. So yeah, let's see what there is to find up the hill. Okay, so this is an example of one of the holes we saw earlier. That is not how you leave a hole. That is not how you leave a hole. You dig it, you turn the turf over, you have a rummage, you fold it back, and then you stamp it down so that you can't see it. That is not how you leave a hole. That is horrible. Yeah, we'll definitely mention it to the owner when we've finished. Oh well, on we go. Okay, so it's come up a sort of a bouncy 20. Got the back end of a shotgun cap. Or the cap from a shotgun charge. There we are. On we go. Okay, so next signal coming up was 49, 50, 51, sort of tiggering between those numbers. And we have ourselves a bigger bullet case. It's been fired. Looking at the crimping on the end, I'd say that was a blank to start with. Yeah, that's definitely a blank. Normally this would be crimped in, be slightly longer, and be crimped in pretty much, it's brittle, it's falling apart, be crimped in almost sort of together, and then the charge, when the firing pin hits the bottom, would just blow it out, and it makes a big bang, but doesn't actually shoot anything. There we are. If we can make out any markings on the bottom. Any ammunition experts out there can tell me what it is. Can't see much on there, can we? There we are. One fired, blank round. Alright, so this is the first for me. Dug this one, it's coming up very late 80s, sort of 89, and then early 90s, 91. It's a bullet tip, but that is a big bullet tip. That is from a very high caliber weapon. See, struck something by the look of it. You can see the, let's clean off a little bit. You can see the rifling, which would have made the round spin, made the bullet rather spin as it came down the barrel of whatever fired that. That's, yeah, that's some serious business, whatever that is. I mean, I'd almost say it's the kind of thing you'd see come out of an aircraft, or like a machine gun on a tripod or something like that. Yeah, that's some serious damage to be done with one of them. So the round would probably be about out here somewhere, I would think. Blimey. I do love my old war stuff, war finds or military finds. That's really nice, that. I'm pleased with that. Nice. On we go. Okay, so coming up solid 41. We have a button. Don't know how old the button is. Whether it's a modern one or a modern one rather, or an older one, but if you know, drop me a comment down below. Nothing on it as far as I can tell for writing or brand name or anything like that, so I'm guessing it's got a bit of age to it. Yeah, it's a bit crude around the holes, so possibly manually made as opposed to on a production line. Isn't that nice? Oh, happy with that. On we go. Now, I don't want to harp on about this too much, but that is how you leave a hole. Can you see the hole? No, you can't see the hole. That's because I've covered it up properly. That hole I just got that button out of, if I trace it with my toe, was there, across to there, across to there. Yeah? You'd never know. And that is how you leave your hole. Right, I won't say any more about it. Let's move on. Well, there's Aaron over there. Looks like he's found something, having a bit of a dig. We'll definitely catch up with him at the end and do a little roundup with him, as well as seeing what I've found. Now, Aaron's YouTube channel, I can't remember if I've mentioned it before today. Aaron's YouTube channel is South Coast Detecting. He's fast approaching 7,000 subscribers on that channel, so if for any reason you're not one of them, get over to South Coast Detecting and hit the subscribe button. Help him get to that 7,000 mark. It's an absolutely fantastic channel. It is the reason I do my channel, so yeah, if you're following me, please go over and make sure you give Aaron a subscribe as well, and watch some of his videos. You know, they're absolutely tip top. As you saw earlier, he's just got the new Garrett Ace Apex, which he's had some fantastic success on the beach with. So yeah, definitely go and check that out. Aaron's also sponsored by LP Metal Detecting, and that's where I got my Simplex from. There it is. LP Metal Detecting is a metal detecting shop. You can find them online. Absolutely fantastic. Love the service. Yeah, no, really great company. So if you're looking to buy a detector or any detecting gear, definitely check them out. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to Aaron's channel. Okay, so this signal was literally blowing my ears off. A solid 95, unwavering 95, and I've not had a good look at it. I've just pulled it out and turned the camera on. Seems to be a coin. In terms of what coin, I'm not sure yet. See if we can get some detail off it. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of detail coming through there. Wow. Okay, let me give this a squirt of water, see if I can get a bit more of this mud off, and I'll come back to you in just a moment. Okay, so I've just had a chat with Aaron and I've given this a bit of a clean bit of water. I don't think I'm going to get it much cleaner than this at the moment. There's not much detail coming off on the back. I might be able to do something with that when I get home, I'm not sure, but yeah, not much coming up on the back, so I can't identify the coin itself at the moment. There's a little bit coming through maybe, but yeah, difficult to see that side. But on this side you can make out there is a head. There's a little bit of text around the outside, and there's a head, seems to be facing left, and you can see there's just a single ponytail coming off the back of the neck. Now, Aaron had on his phone a little chart of monarchs' heads, and you can identify which one it is. so I'll have to get myself one of those on my phone. But yeah, he was able to positively identify this as Charles II. Yeah, so Charles II, I did a quick Google. He was King of Scotland shortly before the middle of the 1600s, and then became, he was deposed a few years later, and then became King of England, Ireland and Scotland completely in 1660, before he died in 1685. So 1600s, that is a 17th century coin. Yeah, that is the oldest identifiable coin I've ever found. I have found one similar size with virtually no detail on it, which a few people guessed was maybe a few hundred years old, but we couldn't say for sure. But yeah, that is a 17th century coin. People would have had that in their pocket, carrying it around in the 1600s. Nearly, well, 350 to 400 years ago. Well, 300 to 350 years ago, let's just say that. Crikey. I am absolutely made up with that. If there's anything I can do to actually identify the type of coin, there's a little bit of detail around the outside there, I think. So if there's anything I can do to identify it by size, I'll do that, and I'll stick something up on the video. But check that out. Aaron said they don't normally come up this good either, in this good condition. Although it's not great, you don't often find them like this. So yeah, I'm so happy with that. There we are. Okay, so next out the holes, we've got this. I think Aaron found one of these a little while ago. It's like a musket ball, although it's a little bit too small to be a musket ball. It was coming up in the 60s, sort of bouncing around a little bit. We think it's a pistol ball, so it would have been shot out of a small pistol as opposed to a long musket. Now, if you're more knowledgeable on ball ammunition than I am, maybe you can tell me what the divot there is. Is that an impact where it's hit something or someone and it's left a mark on the ball, or would that be an impact from the ignition to propel it out the chamber? Lovely stuff. Got some fantastic finds today. I'm really pleased with how this is going today. So good. On we go. Okay, so this was coming up early to mid 70s. Quite a strong signal. It's one of them, is what that is. Just had a chat with Aaron. He says he's found something similar. Not sure what it is though. Got a lovely colour to it. And that thread on this side seems to go on the inside as well. Yeah, so I don't know what that is. If you've got an idea, you know where the comment section is, please let me know, because I'm dying to find out. But yeah, look at the colour on that. Cool. On we go. Well, what an absolutely fantastic day. I've had a great time here at this new permission at the manor house in the country. You can just about see Aaron over there, just swinging in the distance. He's just finishing up as well. So Aaron's found quite a bit of ammunition, same as me. A few sort of bullet cases, pistol balls. He's found a few buttons as well. So similar kinds of things. Let's have a look and see my roundup and see what I found. So there's my tat box. There's a few shotgun caps in there that I found. There's that ring that opens and closes. There's that first find. A few little bits of scrap, so nothing too much to write home about there. There's that weight. So yeah, probably for a set of scales. So you put that on one side and what you're weighing on the other side, and you can put as many of these on as you can, and yeah, get the right weight. Quite a few bullet casings. So these small, probably .22 cases. They don't have the firing cap on the back. Something in the back of my mind remembers that they don't have them on the back of this small, but you know, in the heat of the moment earlier, I just forgot. And there's the larger one there. It does have the firing plate. And we've got our pistol ball there. Button, buckle, and whatever that is. Still haven't quite figured that one out. And now onto my star finds today. My favourite finds. I really like this. This is really good. I've been trying to figure out the caliber. I wonder if it might be sort of a 50 caliber. I've got a replica 50 caliber round at home, and it's a very similar size to the end of that. So yeah, I reckon probably 50 caliber. But if you know better, let me know. There's the lovely shilling. First shilling I've ever found, 1963. Very happy with that. And probably the star find of them all. King Charles II coin. Now at the time of recording this, I still haven't figured out the identity of the coin, sort of what specific coin it is, what the value is. But if I do figure it out before I post the video, I'll make sure it goes on the video so you can find out as well. But yeah, look at that. 1600s. That is older than the house. The house was built, I think, 1699, and King Charles II died in the 1680s. So this coin is older than that manor house. Cracking stuff. Absolutely cracking stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure you mash the subscribe button, and if you haven't subscribed to Aaron already, make sure you subscribe to him as well. Get him up to that 7,000 subscribers mark. I think he's got a giveaway coming up at the 7,000 subscriber mark, so if you follow him, it may well be worth your while. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Otherwise, I will see you back at my normal permission next week. Have yourselves a fantastic few days, and I'll see you soon. Take care.